I'm trying to not say hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just bear with me. Let me just get in character and just try out a few ideas. Oh, I didn't see you watching me there. Let me take a sip of a bit of ASMR there. Oh. We meet again for the final battle. Okay, today we're talking movies. Let's just go straight into the point. Today we're talking movies. I'm going to be giving us top 10 movie recommendation for this lockdown period. I know most people are not on lockdown, but coming in at number 10 is Mad Max Fury Road, directed by Quentin Miller. It's a 2015 movie. Mad Max Fury Road stars Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy. It's basically a pursuit movie, action-packed. The director really did a very good job in how, you know, they brought into life. Now, it's been done before. I think it was done in the 80s, like the original Mad Max, but the director really brings into, you know, focus, like it takes a simple idea of a pursuit movie and makes it really epic, like interesting conversations or dialogues that they have. It's like statements that they're making, but so it's not your typical conversation, hi, how are you, that kind of thing. It's like they're making these statements and they have these funny names, Imperiosa, Furiosa, you know, Max, and you know, the War Boys, and you know, Witness Me and all of that. So it was really interesting. I think if you're looking for an action movie that you would enjoy from beginning to end, I recommend this movie. Coming in at number 9 is The Equalizer Part 1. Equalizer Part 1. Now, it's a 2014 movie directed by Antoine Fuqua. Antoine Fuqua directed Training Day as well. So he's worked with, and it stars Denzel Washington. He's worked with Denzel Washington a couple of times, but I think I should just end there. If I tell you it stars Denzel Washington, that's where I should end. Obviously, Denzel Washington needs no introduction. That man brings life into any role he plays. So Equalizer is one of the dopest action movies you can see. I loved it from beginning to end. That guy in this movie, I'll put his name in the edit, is one of the coldest bad guys I really love. I'm one that I love bad guys. If a bad guy plays his bad guy role, you know, I can root for the bad guy sometimes, but you know, the bad guy in this movie is a very cold bad guy that you would really enjoy. So number 9 is Equalizer Part 1. So check that out. Coming in at number 8 is Cesario. It's a 2015 movie. Stars Emily Blunt and Benicio del Toro. Whew. Need I say more? Action-packed FBI Mexican cartel movie. Beautiful plot. Ends in an epic way. The ending is really epic. The action in the movie, especially the sequence where they were trying to transport the baddie in the movie. I suggest you watch it. I really enjoyed it. Coming at number 7 is The Platform. Platform is a fairly recent movie. I think it's 2019. It stars this central. It's a Spanish movie, so if you're a fan of subtitles, you like it as well. But it stars, the main character is this guy called Goreng, who is basically in a prison. And what I like going on for the movie is just the social commentary aspect of the movie is minimalist in terms of, you know, the set has really nothing going for it. It's a platform, it's a cell. The way it builds intrigue by how they communicate with each other and, you know, the various levels, I'll put it that way, of, you know, society and how people react based on where they are in society is something interesting to watch and something I believe the director should be giving kudos for, you know, putting in film. So that's my number 7, Platform. Number 6 is The Glass Castle. This stars Woody Harrelson and Brie Larson. Now, it's a drama. I think it's a true life story. It explores, you know, Rex's family. This movie is one of those pieces that you watch and you're like, this really hits home in terms of, you know, Rex's character, how unstable Rex's character is, and, you know, Brie Larson's character trying to move their family from one circumstance to another circumstance. So that's my number 6, and it's The Glass Castle. Check that out. 5 is probably one of my favorite movies. It's called The Marriage Story. Now, it's directed by Noah Baumbach, and it stars Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. You know, it's been described as a love story about divorce, and you know, it really is, it takes you on a journey, especially if you're in a relationship, takes you on a journey in, you know, how, you know, that circumstance is explored in terms of circumstance being marriage of two people, and you know how the man explores his ambitions and the woman explores their ambition as well. So it's a very interesting dynamic.
With you was joyless.
What, so then you had to go and fuck someone
You
else?
shouldn't be upset that I fucked her. You should be upset that I had to laugh with her.
Do you love her?
No, but she didn't hate me. You hated me.
You hated me. You fucked somebody we worked with.
You stopped having sex with me in the last year.
Yeah, so that's my number 5 is Marriage Story. Please check it out. It's really, really good movie. So number 4 is Brat Status. It's a 2017 movie directed by Mike White. I think Mike White also stars in it, and also stars Ben Stiller and Jenna Fisher in the movie. Jenna Fisher is from The Office as Pam. Now, this movie is essentially a midlife crisis movie. It's one of those that you look at and really, really kind of start examining your own life. I really enjoyed watching this movie. It's so beautifully acted by Ben Stiller, who is normally a comedic actor, but it's a serious conversation about contentment, and you know how sometimes it feels like we're looking at other people and you're not content with what you have. So it kind of gets you to ask the question between contentment versus ambition, you know. So it gets you kind of into that discussion. So it's so beautifully directed and acted as well. So that's my number 4 movie. It's called The Brat Status. Coming in at number 3 is 13 Hours Soldiers of Benghazi. I know I said that Mad Max is an action movie. This one is action. Now, I don't want to bog you down with the backstory of Benghazi and Clinton and email, but this tells you the story of what actually happened on the night with those soldiers. It stars John Krasinski. John Krasinski is also from The Office as Jim, and it's an action-packed movie that will have you like this. You'll be like this. You'll be like one of those movies that you feel like you're inside the actual sequence. So it is non-stop fire for fire action. So check it out. 13 Hours Soldiers of Benghazi. And number 2. Wait, hold on. Did you just fast forward to this part to see number 2? Just go back and watch the other ones now. You can't be looking at what I say that is number 2 and what is number 1. Okay? Sorry guys, let's just let them go back. I'm now officially talking to imaginary people. No, you're still there. I'm not going to say number 2 until you move back. Go back, please now. Help this ministry. So coming in at number 2 is Up. Up is an animation. It is all I can say is just the soundtrack. It's an adventure movie that centers around this character called Carl, this sweet grumpy old man. The beginning sequence from the movie, there's not a lot in terms of dialogue, but it's just speaks to how it was directed as well. It just follows this old man who had the promise with his wife, and eventually they get into some adventures as to how he will fulfill the promise he made to his wife. But in saying that, watch out for the soundtrack. So beautiful how they use one soundtrack to capture excitement when it's an exciting scene and deep sadness when it's very sad. So I really love that in that movie, and I'm recommending that, and that's why it's coming in at number 2. So check out Up. Very, very interesting. Coming in at number 1. Coming in at number 1 is King of Boys. Yep, King of Boys is a Nigerian movie directed by Kemi Adetiba. It stars Auntie Shola Shobowale. She's not an actual auntie, but I'm Nigerian, so anybody that's older than me is an auntie. And stars Adeswa Itumi, stars Ilbliss and Reminisce. So why is this movie coming in at number 1? Because it was so beautifully directed by Kemi Adetiba. She is a genius. She's awesome. She's super. It's very clean in the way she picked her shots. The dialogue is the plot is so well written as well. Explores Auntie Shola's character, who is kind of this kingpin underground lady working out things there for people in power, and you know, there's power tussle. But surprisingly, you know, not surprisingly, but I really found you know, one of the stronger performances to be by Makanaki, my boy Reminisce, who killed it in this movie. So it's coming in at number 1 for me. I suggest you check it out. Thank you so much for sticking around. That was my top 10. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you also skipped some parts to find out what my number 1 was, I'm not even going to hold you. I do that all the time myself. So again, thank you so much. Till we see you again. Peace.